you see that? The fish just rose. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to look through your fly fishing gear bag, and if you're new to the sport, I'm going to show you the basic things you need to have in that gear bag. Let's take a look. So the first thing I want to talk about is the bag itself. You don't have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a Simms bag. They're a great bag. They're going to last a really long time. They're waterproof. They're very intuitive as far as where the compartments are for the fly fisher, but it's an expensive bag. So if you're just starting out in the sport, you can go to Cabela's, Bass Pro Shop, and pick up a gear bag for anywhere from $19 to $29, and it will perform close to the same. I've been fishing for a lot of years, so that's why I chose Simms. They're just a really good bag. All right, let's take a look. The first thing logically you're going to have in your gear bag are flies. You can see I've got a ton of flies. Dry box. I got my bugger box. What else do I got in here? Next thing you're going to need is Tippet. Now, I'd recommend getting 3 specific sizes of Tippet. I would get 5X Tippet. Now, 5X Tippet is a lighter Tippet, so if they're taking smaller flies, you're going to want to have this smaller diameter Tippet material in there so you can tie on those small flies. This is kind of what I use almost everywhere I fish. It's small enough to, if the fish are leader shy, they're not going to shy away from this, and it's strong enough to catch some of the bigger fish, but you still got to take it easy. If I know that I'm fishing like big hoppers and that type thing, I have 3X. I love being able to fish the 3X because I just feel like I can punch the fish a little bit harder with the fly rod and not have to worry about it breaking off. But you're going to want to have Tippet material because tapered leaders, which we're going to look at next, can be really expensive. So the next thing you're going to want, tapered leaders. So I like buying the 3-pack of 5X. You're going to want a 3-pack of 4X, and you're going to want a 3-pack of 3X. And what are some of the other stuff? I've got 1X, 2X. I've got some fast sink leaders. Now these are things that you can pick up, but are not the absolute, you don't need these to start fly fishing. Next, these are going to need some forceps. So I really do prefer these forceps. They've got a cutting device on it. Last thing you want to do is start using your teeth in cutting line because, your teeth are going to be with you for a lifetime. And I've known a lot of people that have chipped their teeth trying to break off or cut the fly line with their teeth and accidentally hit the eye of the fly and crack a tooth. So get a nice pair of forceps. Next thing you want to have in your box is dry shake. You got a fish, it gets wet. Dry shake that fly off, takes all the water off. And then finally, you're going to want some of this, which will kind of dress your flies, or you're using yarn indicators. Dress your flies with this, and it just helps it keep it afloat. All right, next, you're going to want some indicators in your box. I have a couple that I use. Now this gem right here, this is the one of the last ones I've got. They're just a great indicator. They're spring-loaded, attached to your line. They're really light, and they just fall on the water super soft. But I've got 2 of these left. They just don't make them anymore, unfortunately. These are kind of my other favorites. The top screw off, just like this. The line goes down, and it just kind of pinches. You can see there's like a little rubber washer in there. So it just keeps your line from kinking. So I have a couple colors because sometimes during different times of day, they can just be easier to see. So you're going to want to have some indicators in that box as well. Next, sunglasses, right? And I do encourage you to invest some money in some good sunglasses. You do want to have sunglasses that are polarized. I've had these things now for 30 years. They've just done great for me. They block out the harsh light, but just a great polarized glass. All right, the next thing I keep in my bag is a microfiber cloth. And I keep this in the bag because you're fishing with dry flies. You're going to need to kind of soak the water out. And having this microfiber cloth is great to soak the water out of your flies when they get waterlogged. Use that dry shake and then dress them with the float material. Next thing you're going to want in your bag is a glass cleaning kit. Especially if you fish any saltwater or any type of freshwater that's kind of be alkaline. This stuff is great. You can wipe your sunglasses off with your shirt, but really having this like glass cleaner little kit in your bag, I just love having that. And finally, you want to have sunblock. That's important. I bring the sunblock lip balm, and I also have regular sunblock and Advil. Well, I guess you're my age, you're gonna have to have the Advil. If you're young, you may or may not need this. All right, you have officially had a look in my gear bag, and if you have these items, fly boxes, have 3 rolls of Tippet, 5X, 4X, and 3X. You're gonna wanna have some indicators in your bag in case you're nymph fishing or chironomid fishing. A nice pair of forceps, a dry terry cloth or microfiber towel, good pair of sunglasses. You're going to have 3 packs of tapered leaders, 5X, 4X, and 3X, eyeglass cleaner, dry shake, and floatant. And if you have all of this in your box, this is really all you need to have to start out. And you're ready to fish, and you can fish most things with this. So, all right, this wraps up this quick tutorial of what you should have in your fly fishing gear bag. So if you have this stuff in your fly fishing gear bag, you're ready to go. Now all you have to do is learn how to cast. All right, let's go see if we can catch a fish. All right, this concludes this video. A fish just rose. But thanks again for tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please hit subscribe below. Appreciate it. It is an all-inclusive sport. Anyone can do it. Anyone can learn. It doesn't need to be expensive. It doesn't need to be intimidating. It is just a ton of fun. So I hope you join me on this journey and be part of the channel. And thanks again for your support and for subscribing. All right, we'll see you next time. See ya.